Good morning, happy Thursday. Welcome to Hunky Dory TV, and we have got a fabulous show for you today. Hip, hip, hooray for our adorable, cute and cuddly stamps. They are just gorgeous. You are going to go wild for them, and we have got some amazing demonstrations for you. But before we get into that, my name's Amy. I'm presenting the show today alongside Jess. Good morning, Jess. Good morning. Are you okay?
I'm all right.
Happy Thursday. And in the demonstration station we have got Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You okay?
I'm very good, thank you. Very much looking forward to today.
I know. I thought this is you, isn't it?
I just love I love stamps anyway, as just like a general thing. But our cute and cuddly collections have to be the most adorable things to craft with.
Yes.
And I just think there's so much included in these kits that you can make really simple cards. We can make 3D cards. Like, all of them are just so much fun.
Yeah, and your demos at Hobby Maker on Sunday were absolutely phenomenal.
Some of my favourites.
Absolutely love them. And I think to have our new alcohol markers as well with these stamps, you are all going to absolutely love them. So really looking forward to today's show. But before we take a look at our new collection, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. How fabulous is this Win It Weekly prize? So we have got 4 lucky winners worth £24.95. You are going to win our Pocket Pads Ultimate Collection 13. You're getting all 5 of these. So you are getting your Unicorn Kingdom. You are going to get your Pretty Pansies. You're going to get the Vroomies. I mean, there's something for everyone in here, isn't there? You are going to get your Sunset Moments. So bright and sunny, I couldn't read what that top one was.
That's my favourite one, that.
It's so nice. And your Happily Ever After, which I think is not just weddings, but anniversaries, just love-themed cards as well. You can win all 5 of those. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. How much sleep does a giraffe need each day? Is it A, 4 hours, B, 8 hours, or C, 10 hours? Let us know, like, share and comment your answer, and we will find out the winners on tomorrow's show. But we are going to have to, first of all, take a look at some of the fantastic cards that you could make with this brand new collection. You are just going to want them, aren't you? I mean, they are what it says in the title, aren't they? Cute and cuddly. And a massive shout out to our design team who did, I think, majority, if not all, of the card samples for this collection. So thank you to all of them. So many amazing designs as well. So what are you going to be able to get with this collection? This is, for the love of stamps, your Cute and Cuddly Safari Multi-Buy. Look at these. So you are going to get all 3 A6 stamp sets for just £19.98, £17.98 if you are a Diamond Club member, and you are saving £9.99, which is just phenomenal, isn't it? So you're paying for 2 and you're getting that third one for free. So first of all, we have got your big cats. And you can see they're standing up. You've got some lying down. You've got those 3 quite big sentiments as well, haven't you?
I do like the size of the sentiments on here.
Yeah, and then you've got these sort of smaller elements here if you want to do sort of your patterned backgrounds as well, or just to add some extra elements onto them, maybe with your 3D foam pads. And then love the fact with all of our stamps you've got that on the back as well, so not only does it give you an idea of what you're getting in here, but then also how you may want to colour them. But look at all of those. So that one, first of all, is your big cats. Next up we have got your spots and stripes. I think the giraffe's one of my favourites.
The giraffes is literally the cutest thing ever. It's so lanky.
Yeah.
It's going to work perfectly on your DL cards. It's adorable.
It's good. And you get sort of the grass, you get the birds on there, the clouds. So you can use those, not just with this collection, but any other sort of scenery you're trying to build up. You've got those sentiments, heard it's your birthday, and you have a special spot in my heart. And then you can see on the back there, again, ideas of how you are going to be able to colour those. So that is your spots and stripes. And then lastly, we have got your gentle giant. So Hippo Hooray, and wishing you tons of fun. Again, you've got the butterfly, you've got that sort of water puddle there, and then if you turn it over, look, and you can see, can't you, how well all of these are going to work together, which is why I know the majority of people will want that multi-buy, because you are paying for 2 and getting that third one absolutely free. If you do want them on their own, they are $9.99 or they are 3 for 2. Jess, are there other stamp sets online?
All the $9.99 stamp sets.
Okay, so all the $9.99 stamp sets on the website can be included in that multi-buy 3 for 2 offer. So if there's maybe 1 or 2 of these that you want, have a look on the website for any more. But you can get these as a multi-buy, saving you £9.99. They're just... I mean, how many times can we say the word cute in one show?
It's just,
they are, aren't they? And look
amazing.
at the samples, because these are what are really going to show how you are going to be able to use this. So this is one of Jessica's.
So cute, isn't it, with that new embossing folder?
Yeah, using your new Prism Craft markers as well. Heard it's your birthday. Oh, look at this one. I feel like I'm going to say that with all of them. Look at this one.
This is so cute.
I love this. Such a clever way of using it, and amazing colouring. Again, by Jessica, that one is.
This is one of my favourites.
Another one by Jessica.
How they're all stacked up on top of each other.
So
it's
clever,
so
isn't
cute.
it? Yeah, and that's just being able to use your masking sheets, is it?
Yeah,
which we do have on the website as well. But just another brilliant way of being able to use them. And I love the fact the giraffe is right at the top.
So cute.
This is by Kim. Look, having that cloud, the cloud with the sort of the grass and those birds just really allows you to create that whole scene as well, doesn't it? So you can make your much smaller cards, or you can go all out with an 8x8. I think you could with here.
Yeah, you could be doing huge cards, building all of these designs up.
How brilliant! Again, using that stamp multiple times. Another one by Kim. This one is by Jessica.
That's so cute.
I love the different colouring, like the elephant as well.
I love the use of the mask as well on the background. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, and we've got those masks coming up in the second part of the show. And those butterflies you get in the stamp set as well. Oh, this is yours, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So this is one of the cards that Natalie made at Hobby Maker on Sunday. Look at that. We have also got this die coming up, which just...
It's so cute.
It's just fabulous, isn't it?
I don't know if it'll open. It might be a little bit stuck. There was a foam pad in the way, I think.
There we go. And then you can see you've got that gorgeous background there. Again, that is a mask that we've got coming up later in the show. Wishing you tons of fun. I think that would make a lovely baby card as well, wouldn't it?
Any of these stamps would work for like new baby cards, first birthdays,
second birthday,
third. Like,
definitely.
Safaris are such a cool thing, and like going to visit the zoo is so fun as well. Maybe you're having like a birthday party with a couple of friends and you wanting to like invite them to the zoo. You could use these to make little invitations.
How nice would that be?
It would be so good. But they're also great for mixing and matching with previous collections we've already done as well.
Yes, yeah.
Like you'll really be able to bring these in with all of your Cute and Cuddly Tropical, which was the last one that we launched.
Oh yes, with the dies that we've got on that as well.
Yeah.
This one is by Sharon and Cara. I love the colouring on that one as well. You can just see, oh look at this one. This one is by Sally. You rule.
So cute, isn't it?
Or who would we give that to in the office, I wonder?
Depends what day it is.
This is by Sally. Look at this one. again, so not having to use necessarily the whole stamp.
Not having to colour it all in.
Yeah.
They're just creating selections. They work really nicely with your multi-aperture frames too. That's a really good product that you can buy to work with these stamps if you're wanting to create cards like that. So many.
The one by Sally. I
absolutely
love the
gorgeous.
white space on there.
I know.
To a little prince.
I think especially with these new alcohol markers as well, having cards that are quite white really help to elevate the colouring.
Yes.
And show off like the incredible amount of like, shades
you
and
don't
tones
need
we've
lots
got.
on there, do you?
don't.
This one is by Natalia.
I love this.
Using that mask in the background and those sort of
That's another die set that works great with them as well. I think we still have it in stock, the
Polaroid frames.
The Polaroid frames.
Yeah, that launched with Golden Oldies, didn't it? Yeah.
It's so
so you can see how you can mix and match them. Another one here by Sally.
Another great die set.
I know. So it just goes to show how you can use them with lots of other things that you have in your stash already. So that is your Cute and Cuddly Safari Multi-Buy. All 3 stamp sets you are going to get for £19.98 or £17.98 if you are a Diamond Club member. So you're getting 3 for the price of 2, which is what we like. But I think what we really want now is a demo.
I wasn't going to do this one first. I have just switched them around a little bit. So we're going to start off with this one, and I have got a piece of cardstock here, which is, I think it's a quarter shorter than 5x7, and then I've also die cut from our straight edge nested windows. I think this is die number 4, which we're going to use together. So I'm starting off with one of our masks. We haven't yet shown these, but masks are fantastic because we can use them in so many different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first emboss this with my mask. So I'm just going to line it up in the middle. I'm going to try and get it as straight as possible and just stick that down over the top here so that it doesn't move. It will move sort of like side to side, so you can just add a little bit more on the edge there just so it stays in place. And then I'm going to run it through our die cutting machine. Now to do this, you are going to need a rubber mat. So every machine is different. Every machine will have different sort of rules to follow. So have a look at your machines in terms of embossing. I think most of them say embossing with a die, but if you follow that those rules, you'll easily be able to do this. So we're just going to run that through first of all on the white, and then we're going to tile it so it's a little bit bigger.
Lots of love in the chat for all of those cards that we showed as well.
So good, aren't they?
Yeah. So many different ideas as well. And there'll be lots of images of them on our website as well. So once you get the stamps, you can go back on and have a look at some of those.
So here is our first bit of embossing. You can see how well that has embossed on there. Look how good that is. It's so good. And then I'm just going to pop, I might just tear that bit at the top there actually and get some new tape. I'm going to just bring it back in, and I'm going to follow that line again where it sort of went in for this top edge, and then I can just stick this on. Now what is going to be really important here is to make sure that your plates and this mat is as close to the edge as possible, and this is just so that you don't get a line at all. So we'll just stick that on there, pop our plates together, and we can run that through. So just push your paper through the back of the machine. I don't think it's going to go. Oh, it doesn't want to do it. I think.
Will it go if you feed it the other way? You know, like.
See. I think I might have just had.
So you know where your right hand now is, will it go through if you do it that way first?
If I do it which way?
If you,
oh, the other way.
Yeah, so leave it like that, because I found that with it the other day. I couldn't.
Let me try it.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't.
I know, it's very odd, isn't it? Oh no, I've just moved it out of place. No! I think I might have quit. No, it's going to push it all the way out. It's not going to work like that. I think I just need to, maybe, re-stick that where I want it to go. On there. What I might do is just kind of like have the plates like this. The only thing is I don't think the Sizzix really goes in like this. I think you do need to have as many of those plates as possible. Oh no.
Has it gone through?
No, I don't know why it won't do it. I don't want it to all get squished.
I feel like that one doesn't like it, you know, if it's hanging over the edge.
But why?
I don't know.
Why, Amy? We'll give it one more try. If it doesn't work, then we're taking it out. I think it's worked.
Oh, it hurt
I was
you.
stern. I'm not taking any of its
That was like a mum voice.
rubbish
that.
today. I think it's moved though, but it's fine.
Masks, I do say every time, I don't use them half as much as I should. Because there's just so much you can do with them.
It's definitely moved in there, but it's embossed, so it's absolutely fine. We can keep it. So that is stage 1 of using our mask. The second way we are going to use it is with this little panel here. So I'm going to grab my grip mat and we are going to pop this down. I'm going to pop my arch on here, and I'm just going to grab my anti-static bag if I can find it or find one. I'm just going to go in with our anti-static bag. I'm then going to place my mask over the top of here. I think I want that bottom bit in. Make sure that that is fully stuck to our grip mat, and then we are going to ink through this. So I'm going to use my embossing ink pad to do this, and I tend to have one that has a little a sponge in here as well, because I find that when you are wanting to do embossing like this, using a sponge gives you the best effect. So just going in on that design, you want to make sure that you're getting as much ink through here as possible, because that is how you're going to get the best effect with this. And we're just going to create a resist technique with these masks.
Oh, I can't wait to see what colours you're going to do.
I'm not sure, you know. I've got a really vibrant selection. So I think we're going to do a little bit of an ombre, but a crazy selection. So
But you can with these, can't you? Anything goes. Michelle said that's a well-loved grip mat.
It is.
Yeah.
I use it a lot with my masks. And I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to pop that back in there. We'll put this to one side now, and then we can grab our embossing, and we're going to just do this in white. So let's just pop this on here, and then I just like to shimmy it around so it kind of covers the whole panel, and then we're just going to tap that off. So I've gone in with the regular white there. Can knock that down, and then we're just going to heat emboss this to give us that really cool effect. When we ink through it, the pattern is going to be white rather than it being, the pattern is going to be in the colour.
Yes, yeah. And that's a good way if you do want it the other way round, isn't it, almost?
Yes,
This is a good way of being able to do that.
And you could do this with like lots of other colours too. So you could like colour through your mask, and then you could add a clear embossing over the top, and then you could add colour again, like remove the mask, add colour again, because the embossing powder resists the watercolour ink in our ink pads. So if you did want to do like a really fun background, that's a way that you could use like 2 different tones of colour, or mix those designs up. So
As Sam said, that mask could be used for Art Deco cards too.
yeah, it's a really, really fun design.
Yeah, you can
So
imagine
I'm
doing
just
it in
gonna-
gold, like gold embossed
Oh, that
for
would
art
be nice,
deco on sort of black cardstock, yeah.
Just going to waft it just so it cools down because I don't want to go in with my inks and then ruin my design. So I think I'm going to start off with a violet. And again, you can bring in your grip mat. Where have I put mine? Because that's just going to help stick this down while we're doing all of our inking. My grip mat would probably look better if I just gave it a little bit of a wash, if I'm honest.
Oh, look at that.
And I just need to go in and pop it under the sink, but I'm just a bit too lazy.
I think it's good to see that it's like that.
Let's see if we've got one in here, because I might have to use a square one. Mine's come off. My spearmint. So let's just go in with a bit of that blue. And sometimes it's nice to leave a little bit of a gap between your colours when you're doing ombre, because you just get that like fresh feel. Then let's go in with, might go in with an orange and then finish off with a green. Be really fancy with our colours that we use in here. There's my orange, and then finish with, let's go in with, I don't necessarily want lily pads. I want something a bit more fresher. We'll go in with pear green. Or your shamrock would be nice as well. So let's go in and just add that green just to the bottom edge. Just darken up that area. So now we can put our background together. So, and then we'll choose which animal we put on here. So I'm going to go in with this background. Let's pop this design on with, I'm going to use foam pads, I think. We're going to lift all of this up, give it lots of nice height. So pop on your background. You can see it on the back there where it moved a little bit. You probably need to do like half and half with your layers so that you've got more sort of edge to stick it onto, really. So let's take off these ones. So we're keeping the background quite nice and white, but instead of it being like purely white, we've obviously added that texture by using our mask in that way. So we're doing a 5x7 for this one. This is going to sit on here. I don't think I've cut it down enough. Oh, I'm going to have to clean up a little bit. There's so much on this show that we've not got enough space. So I just need to do that quarter shorter so I can just trim that down. Oh, I should have been a bit more careful. I'll get those off in a minute.
Yeah, do you want to pass it over? Do you want me to do it?
Put it on there. So we'll pop this down. I think it's this card blank. No, it's
What size are you doing? 7x5?
7x5, but for some reason. Oh, no, it might just be me. It's me. I'm going to pop that on there. This is then going to go on with foam pads as well, just to raise it up. Now, if you're really clever, you could make sure that this mask is in exactly the same place so that when you lay it over the top, your pattern lines up. I didn't think about that. So we'll pop that on there, like so. And then I'm going to go in with my hippo. Now, I have already done my first layer of stamping with the hippo because I want him to look like he is like in the mud, and we're going to make him quite like muddy and splashy using some of the techniques from the handbook. So I've gone in with my rhino already, and then I'm going to place over this mask that I've created with some masking sheet. They're available on the website. They are so handy to have in your stash. And then I'm going to go in with my stamping block. Now I'm probably going to regret using a stamping block as well today, but I've used it in all my other demos and it's been fine. So I'm just going to stick that underneath his feet so he looks nice and muddled, and then we can pull this off, pop that back on so we've got it to use again, and then I'm going to leave that.
It's one of those things you could do though, isn't it? As soon as your stamps arrive, is to make the masks for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got them.
all.
I mean, sometimes they'll lose their stick, but it's so worth it. I'm going to go in with my scissors and just leave a nice white edge. It's something that I really like to do when I am creating sort of like toppers, I would say, with my stamps, is to cut them out, leaving that edge. It just gives you a cleaner finish to the cards, and it makes your colouring stand out that little bit more as well, having that edge on your designs. So let's pop this on here. We'll just go around it, and then I'm going to bring out my alcohol markers. Now I think it's very limited, but I still think you've got the availability to get these markers still. I will be proven wrong if I'm not right, but I'm sure
Is she right, Jeff?
that is the case. How limited are we on these now?
On the pens.
On the pens. We're getting there, aren't we? So let me get some. I've gone for CG1, C1, CG3, and then for my browns, I'm going to go with, I'll start off with Y95 because that's a really good one, like a pale Y95, YG95, and then I'm also going to go in with E25. That's like a really, really bright one as well. E25, where are you?
I can never find that.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure
it
mine always
is-
go back in the order that they should.
E20, don't say 25.
Yeah.
Oh no, E29. Bundle's
it?
really limited. How about the pens on their own? I think we'll probably be able to add more to them though, won't we? Right, let's start with our rhino
Is the
first
bundle
while
the
I'm looking
pens
for
on the
that.
book?
Yeah, but you get it miles cheaper in the bundle.
That's what I mean. You need the book as well.
You do
because
need the
it's
book. The
just
book is going to teach
phenomenal.
you loads of techniques. So I'm going to go in with my lightest shade first. Now you don't have to put this everywhere if you don't want to, but I am going to just give it like a blanket edge of colour on here. I love how these pens turn out though, and they look so adorable when they're coloured in. Then I'm going to go in and colour in my mud, so let's just go in with that colour. Just checking that this is the right colour I wanted to use. I think it is. I'm just going to go around the outside edge, not being like, not too fussed about sort of like the strokes on my colouring either at this moment in time. And then I'm also going to go in and just add like splats around my rhino, like he's just done a big, literally came over
Jumped
and
straight
sat
into it.
straight into this puddle. So I'm going to go and add those little marks. And there's a technique in the handbook, if you've got it already, where Stacey shows you how to add rust to like a watering can. So follow the same sort of like design or like technique that she has showcased for that, for adding like the mud to the characters. Oh Jess, we need the super zoom for this. I bet it's not on, is it? Jeez Louise.
Oh, thank you, Stephen, for your message. You said just spoke to Claire at Customer Services. She's a superstar.
We love Claire, don't we?
She's amazing.
One of our favourites.
So thank you for that,
So
Stephen.
helpful.
It's lovely when people like comment, not like nice things about good service
Yeah.
they've had.
Yeah, the team are always happy to help, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, definitely go above and beyond to make sure that everything's sorted. That's our Claire. And she makes us laugh, which is always good. So I'm just going in and adding those darker shades here. So I've done that with CG3. The first colour was CG1. So then I'm going to, C1, sorry. So then I'm going to go in with a CG1, which which is like a middle ground colour. And I'm just going to use that to firstly go over all of these grey areas where we're adding in this sort of shading. So it is a little bit harder when you're adding this sort of like texture, because you've got to go in and add it first so that the colours sit a little bit nicer, which does sort of prevent you from being able to do the shading like really nicely around all the edges and get that colour where you want it to go. So you just have to sort of play around with working that colour, and then we're going to go in with that original colour again and just blend all of that together, trying not to get it on the brown as much as possible. We want that to really stand out. We're also going to add a little bit more of a darker shade to that as well. So that is the start. Oh, and then see if I can find it, because I couldn't find it before. I think I'm going to go in with this E37. I think this is like a bit of more of a darker brown, yeah.
And with stamps, you can just stamp quite a few, can't you, and just practice, and then just, you know, I'd always write next to it which colours you've used, you know, so you've got it for reference.
I think with stamps like this as well, because Jen designed these stamps, Jen's really good at adding like highlight lines in.
Yes.
So you can kind of like go over that with your pen colours. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over the edge of all of my brown, just to add definition to that as well, because obviously we've added definition to the rhino, but I haven't got the definition on the mud. So we can go in with that, and then I'm just going to go back over with that lighter shade just to get those two colours to sit nicely, because they are tonally a little bit contrasting on here.
Oh, and that's Barbara's asked, which ink pad do you use for stamping onto the masking sheet?
I just use whatever ink pad I've used for stamping. So for this, I've used Memento. Okay. So just go in with your Memento. It'll be absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be a specific ink pad for that. And to be honest, even if it's lighter, it doesn't necessarily matter, because we're gonna like cover a lot of that up anyway. So going in with E20 on those pink bits. And then I'm going to use T29 just to blend that back down into that lighter shade. This is more of a really light colour, and then I'm going to use that on the horn as well, just to add that little like what's it called? Oh, what are they made out of now? Ivory. The ivory sort of shade that we've got there. So that is our colouring finished, you will be happy to know. So let's put this card together now.
I think you're wrong. I think people love watching.
I've got
people colouring in, don't they?
Some dies from our last Cute and Cuddly collection. I'll show you which ones they are, because you might already have them. But these work so well with this kit as well. It's our tropical flowers and foliage. Gonna add those in as like a little bit of a background. And then another sneak peek is a die we've got coming up, which has sentiments on it. So we're gonna go in with that. I've gone with It's Your Day, Go Wild. And I think I'm just gonna bring in the inks that I've used on this bit of my card, just to colour these in. So if I grab this on here.
Oh, thanks, Jess. You just put on those details for the prism, the alcohol marker. So it's the bundle, it's the pens and the crafting handbook. I still can't believe they're less than £100. £99.98. Diamond members £89.98.
Such a good deal, isn't it?
168 pens and that brilliant handbook as well.
So I'm mixing the colours that I've used in my background on my sentiment here. So I've gone in with that purple, the spearmint, and then we're going to go in the orange. I don't think I can fit the green in. And we've got the green coming through in our leaves anyway that I've already coloured, so it won't be an issue. But just add in that nice ombre effect onto that text so you can read it there. It's your day, go wild. And then we can pop this together and it will all start to come together really nicely. I've got another white background for this to go on, which is going to help it pop. So I'm going to go in with my tape runner on this. And hopefully, once the show is finished, you'll have seen so many different techniques for how you can use all of these items together that we've got on the show, because there's so many incredible makes. So this little guy's going to sit on here. I'm going to double him up. So let me get some of our super chunky 4mm. Remember, if you are using any sort of wet adhesive on your inks, just go in with a little bit of purple glue to help that stick. So I want this to go here. Let's pop that there. That can go there, and then our tree bits will go around the outside. So I'm going to stick that on with our single foam pads, but then I do need a double foam pad over here. My placement as well with this is also going to help with my where the line was in my the background there. So just make sure that's nice and level. And then our tree bits, we're just going to add in kind of like underneath and around our little hippo. So I'm going to go in with my dotty tape runner. The colours I've used for these pens for my bits, so these ones are done with G98, and then my other ones are done with YG09, and I've just let it dry, and then I've gone over the centres just to build up that beautiful effect. So I'm going to just pop these ones in. I'll add a little bit of tape to the front side so that I can just stick that onto the back of that design there. And then I've also got another little bit of that leaf. I don't know if I can get that in as well. I think I can. I'll stick that in the back. And then for gemstones, I think, again, you're going to have to give this a bit of time because it is going onto those that ink surface. For gems, I'm going to go in with my ABs. So let me find some of those ones. And we'll just pop these along my sentiment like so. It's your day. Go wild.
I just absolutely
so
love
fun.
it, isn't it? It's
And then
just,
look how that background just like shines through as well. I love it.
and that
Love it.
sentiment as well. I love the way you've used the inks
It's so cute.
to do it as well.
I love these
And
stamps.
he is just,
He's so
even
cute,
though he's
isn't he?
muddy, he's still cute and cuddly, isn't
He is, he
Thank
is.
you. Absolutely love that. Let's have a look then at some of those products that Natalie used in that demo. So first up, we have got, for the love of masks, both of these you are going to get. So this is your Cute and Cuddly Safari masks, both 6x6 in size. £7.50 for
I know,
both.
Amy, it's ridiculous.
Saving £1.50, and you
They're
could see
masks.
from that demo, they're embossing folders as well,
They
aren't
are.
they, really?
There's so much
like,
you can do with masks.
I
And
know.
we know how much you can do with masks.
We do, and everyone else will soon know
They will know.
how much you can do with masks. But it's deserved, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're so versatile.
And I think, like, as a tool, one of the cheapest you can get on the market is a mask.
Easiest to store.
Easiest to store. They're so thin. And they're just, the variety of different, like, styles you can get is
Yes.
incredible. The fact that you can tile most of them as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to repeat the pattern.
And
you
like
can
Sam
do
was
that.
saying about this one, using it as Art Deco.
Yeah.
This one, any scene you are trying
Oh yeah,
to
you could
create
have that
as
in
well.
your house as like a background.
Definitely. So the first one here, we have got... Oh, which one are we doing, Jess?
We're all mixed up.
I went to pick one up and the opposite was on the screen, so I swapped at the same time. Watch, right. Oh.
Which one do you want to use, Amy? Decide.
I love them both.
I follow you.
I'm just going to get them both for £7.50. Well, Jess, that's where you've been going wrong, if you follow me. So this is your tribal pattern mask, and you could see how well that embosses with your inks. And I love, you could just mask some of these off, couldn't
Yeah.
you, and just use them as border
Yeah.
strips as well. Don't forget, on the back you've got instructions if you are new to our masks as to how you can use them if you do want this individually, £4.50 or £4.05 if you are a Diamond Club member. We've also got the Savannah trees. We saw on that VT, didn't we, where it had been done in the oranges and the yellows, that gorgeous sunset. Again, £4.50 or £4.05 if you are a Diamond Club member. But getting them together saves you £1.50 on those. Is it all masks, Jess?
All 6x6.
Okay, all 6x6 masks on the website. You can get 2 for £7.50. So maybe it's just one of these you want, and then have a look on the website at all of our other options as well. But I think if you are getting these stamps, you are definitely going to want both of those. So those are the masks that go with this collection. We have then got your Cute and Cuddly die multi-buy.
Look at this. Was so popular on Sunday.
Because the demo was amazing, I think, and
it just
showcased it, and it was just...
It's so cute.
Brilliant. So 2 die sets, you're getting £24.98 or £22.48. And first up, we have got the Safari truck, and you can see, look at them in there. But we did talk as well, it could be just a car in general, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody passes their test, doing it in lots of pinks for a Barbie car. Yeah, lots of ideas. So this one, you are getting your 2 dies in here. You've got that truck, and then you've got that wild number plate.
I love the number plate on that.
So clever, isn't it?
So
if
good.
you want this one on its own, it's $14.99 or $13.49. I'm just looking at the size. The largest die is 10.5 centimetres by 10.4 centimetres. So a really nice size, and the perfect size for those stamps, isn't it? For those animals. Yeah. That is your die truck. We've then also got your Radiant Sentiment, your Wild Wishes. Now, we all know how popular these Radiant Sentiments are, because you just get, well, you're getting 10 dies in here. So you're getting all of those surrounds. Perfect if you want to do a shaker card, sort of shaker elements here. So it's your day, go wild, and to a party animal. So you can see how you would use those with lots of your other collections as well. Again, have a look on the website at some of the samples of cards that we've got on there as well. If you want that one on its own, again, $14.99 or $13.49 for Diamond Club members, but 2 for $24.98 in that bundle is the best way to get hold of those, because it saves you £5. But let's have a look at, I mean, you can always tell, can't you, how much people have loved it.
So many
the amount that we've got in here.
But we need to show them all as well, because they're so good.
Yes, definitely. So this is Kim using that sentiment and that mask as well.
So simple, but so effective.
Yep. I love how she's done each of those sort of strips in a different colour there. This showcases really well how you can use those Radiant Sentiments. You can see there.
I do love that. Very clever.
Really nice. That's a lovely one by Sally. This one is by Sharon and Cara. Love that.
Very fun background, that one.
Yeah, so just matching up the colours that you're using.
I love like using the different colours on your animals as well. It's quite nice, and they look really good in pencil.
Yeah, they don't need to
they look really good in pencil.
You know. Oh, let me move. Sort his ears out. This is one of yours, isn't it, from Sunday? Again, so you've got them sort of poking out the side of that card. I love that how you've got the giraffe at the top. It's just perfect,
it's my
isn't
favourite.
it? You know he's going to be
head.
up there.
This is so
by
cute.
Lisa. Look at this. It's your day, go wild. So you can see there, she's actually cut into that sentiment.
This reminds me a little bit of like
It's like the car from
Jurassic Park. I was just about
to say
that.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
We've got dinosaur stamps, I'm sure. Oh, do we do dinosaur stamps or do we do dinosaur dies? You could use those alongside this and like make a dinosaur card.
Yeah, I think even that we've got the little dinosaur little book. I think some of those you can fussy cut out and put them sort of
cute and cuddly dinosaurs. We need those.
Oh yeah,
text Jen.
Cute and cuddly dinosaurs. We want those.
We need them.
Yeah, because we've got the truck now. I love the fact the use of that mirror for the lights as well.
I saw a Jurassic Park truck on Sunday on the M6.
Oh, did you?
It was so cool. It was one of those moments where I wish I wasn't driving. So
you could take a picture.
Slow down.
Another one
Look
by
at this
Kim.
one. I love how they're poking out. Their little heads are like, hello.
It's so clever. I love the background on there as well.
The background's very clever,
using
isn't it?
these just at that top and the bottom, just
it works
to add
really nice with that
some
background
interest.
paper. But these type of cards are going to be perfect for this.
Let me hold. You can see it's almost like a box card, isn't it?
So
This by
good.
Natalia. Look at that.
Love it.
Love the number plate, the way people have done it. Oh, let me move. All stuck. There we go. Oh, look at
A little
there we
pink
go.
one.
That
Pink sparkly as well.
That is the card that I need.
Yes.
Look at that. A pink glittery truck.
It's
Who
so
wouldn't
cool.
want that? Another lovely one by Lisa. This one we were saying earlier, wouldn't we? You've passed.
Yeah.
Lovely one for a driving test there by Sharon and Cara.
There's so many makes here, but
Who
they
did
are
this one?
awesome. I'm not sure actually.
Oh,
It
what's
doesn't have a
I've
name on it, does it?
forgotten
It's
now.
definitely someone from the design team.
Yeah. So this one.
Is it Lisa's? It might be Lisa's. Stace might be able to find out for us.
Look at that. Waterfall card. And that's another way to show that you don't need to use the whole of the stamp.
No.
So just
Cut out your little squares,
Yeah.
stamp your images in.
absolutely
Adorable.
love that. To a party animal.
This is really cool. This is done by Lisa.
Yeah, this is one of Lisa's. So you've got the front cover there with that savannah trees in the background there.
Look at
I
this.
went on a safari.
It's so cute.
So you could even do sort of little children's books, can't
Yeah.
you? They could even colour the animals in. They've got to name all of those different animals as well. Absolutely love that one by Lisa. This one by Sharon and
I
Cara.
love the background on this.
Yeah, that looks stunning.
It's
done on
so
it's
good.
just done on I call it Matastic, isn't it?
Yeah, cut it down into strips,
Yeah.
layer it back together.
And a lovely way of being then able to place
Yes.
those because they're sort of grounded, aren't they, by
Yeah.
doing that? There's just so many. We've got to show them all. This one by Kim.
That giraffe is coloured in beautifully.
It's amazing, isn't it? Another one by Natalia.
Look at that background in the gold.
Look how different they all look.
That's really
That's
nice.
the thing, isn't it? I mean, that is using the same mask as that one.
And it's totally
Yeah.
different cards.
This one is by Sally. It's Your Day Go Wild.
This is really clever.
Look at that.
It's so pretty, and that's literally just using that
Yeah.
incredible mask.
And that's what we said about the masks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much you can do with them. And then, oh, lastly,
This is very cute.
look at this one. Little box there. Fabulous. Thank you again to our design team. They're just fabulous, aren't they?
Love
Can we
them.
come back to you for another demo?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
So for this one, I'm going to start off with 2 pieces of Ink Me cardstock. This piece is 5 by 7, and this strip is 1.5 inches by 5. And you're going to want to bring in your scoreboard, and we're going to do some scoring on here. So for this panel here, I am just going to score it at, I think, 1 inch on each side, which will make my centre panel 4 inches. And then we're going to go in at 1/2 inch. We're going to do 1 inch again, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So 1/2 inch, and then 1 inch, and again, that shouldn't leave your centre panel to be 4. Then what I'm going to do is just mark it at 1.5 inches. I think that might be, let me flip it just so it's done right. It doesn't necessarily need to be perfect, but this is just an indication for the next step. Then I'm going to grab my trimmer, which Amy has kindly
Is it all right?
removed my excess from. And I'm just going to line this up at 1.5. I didn't even do the top one right. I did it at 1.25. And I'm just going to trim up to that first score line there. And then we're going to bring in our scoreboard, trimmer this way, sorry. And I'm just going to trim down to those points. So you're going to do that on both sides, and that will leave you with a panel that looks like this. So you've got that design in. Then let's get our mask. I'm going to stick this onto my grip mat again. Lie down that panel on there. This definitely needs washing. I can feel it. And then I'm going to grab my mask and I'm just going to line it up. Now it just needs to line up sort of like on the edge here. It doesn't matter about these two panels. Then I'm going to go in with all of my gorgeous sunset colours. So I'm going to start off with Buttercup down at the bottom. So we can just go in on that bit and just push that all the way up there. Then I'm going to switch it to my Tangerine. Oh, let me grab that one. This one's got quite a bit of ink on it because we used it before, so I'm not going to go in and add more ink. I'm just going to work that into the yellow just to create that gorgeous sunset feel.
Have you ever done a safari?
No, I would love to though.
Me too.
Did you see the place that Kat from Hobby Maker went to? She went and stayed in the
West Midlands Safari
yeah,
Park. Yes.
You can do it at well, I don't think it's open yet, but you can do it at Chester Zoo as well.
Oh, okay.
Because when my sister got married, I was like, oh, that would be a really cool gift. Looked at the price, absolutely not.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It's expensive,
yeah.
but it's very cool. Like you sort of stay around like where all the animals are in the heart of Africa, and then you can, which is the new bit, which is absolutely awesome. And then, yeah, you can like wake up and see the giraffes and things like that. It's very, very cool. You're kind of like separated by like a lake, but it is awesome.
I feel like it's a lovely time of year for that as well.
Yeah.
You wake up, it'd all be sort of crisp.
Crisp,
and,
a little bit dewy.
That's it.
So then I've gone in with, what have I used? Tiger Orange, and then this one is our red pastel. So I'm just going to go in on those bits there. I'm going to lift this up, and then what I might need to do is just go in on those edges. It depends if you can see them when we bring it up. What I might, let's just go in with that orange and the yellow just to bring those two colours in. You're not going to see these tabs, so you don't need to cover those bits, ink those bits. And to be honest, because we're going to use tape, you kind of maybe want to not get ink on those bits as much as possible. Let's just go in and add that orange into there, and then we'll switch that for the yellow just so it comes down, although you might not see, you're probably not going to see that yellow, so we'll leave it like that. So that is our background done. Like I said before, if you wanted to make your trees black now, what you could do is before you take your mask off, or actually now, because it is water based, so sometimes your embossing folder will stick to it. Go in with like a clear embossing powder over the top of this background.
Yeah.
So you can like use your embossing ink, then go in with it. But once you've got that clear, you'll create the resist technique we did before. Then you could go in with your blacks and your greys so that you're turning your trees into shadows.
Nice.
So if you want that sort of effect, then that's how you would get it. So we've done that bit now. Then I'm going to take the smaller part. Now I have done 3 of these colours anyway. We're bringing that mask back in, and I'm just going to line it up. Now I have moved this along so you will be able to do this as well. But I'm just going to go in. I've done it with 3 colours already. I've used Shamrock, we've used Lime Green, and now I'm going to go in with one of our darker greens, which is our Holly Green. And again, I'm not going to add any ink onto here, and I'm just really lightly going in. So I'm adding more colour to the bottom section, but then like lightening that up as I'm moving up so you can still see the grass from before. And then we'll just pick it up, move it along, because I don't want any of the tree bits in. That's why you sort of get that sort of motion of picking it up, moving it along, going back in again. Just got another little bit, and it overlaps really nicely as well, actually, with it being those trees. And then what you can do on the bottom bit is if I take this one out and go in with our darkest green, which is our khaki green, although this one is running out a little bit, we'll be able to add a little bit of more depth on top of that bit there as well. So you're getting that mix of all your leaves and you're creating that dimension in that panel. So that's all of our inking done in terms of our background. We can build this together now before we move on. So red liner tape is going to be your best friend. Let me see if we've got some thick one up here. I am nearly out. Oh, here we go.
We've got some, yeah, I think I'm out of the thicker one as well.
And you want to add it to these panels on the back. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go in here as well. Now, I might possibly want to add a stamp, but I think I'm going to just stamp it and add it on anyway. So it's not going to be an issue. And then I'm going to line this up, use my mat just to help that guide it together. That is going to stick on there, flip that over. That will now line up and stick onto that design. So now you've got this sort of shape which has your grass on the front and then those gorgeous trees on the background. If you wanted more of that yellow shade as well, what you could have done is moved your ombre up a little bit higher, or you could trim that down as well and make that little bit here at the front a little bit shorter, completely up to you. But next step is our truck. Now I have gone ahead and fussy cut this out. So I cut it out 3 times, which we have a whole one here, which is partly done. I've got the front of my truck, and then I've also got bits and pieces like my wheels. I've got my lights that are going to go back over the top as well. So let's colour this in. I've gone in with my T132, and I want just a little bit of card to go on the background here. And then we are going to go in and colour this in. Now this is a really sort of like pale, yeah. Oh, did I go in with this colour? Maybe I didn't. What colour is that? Is it T26? Might be this one. Yeah, it was this one. But we're going to use that other colour anyway, so we'll leave that out. And then I'm just going to go around the edges here. We don't have to be really specific about sort of where we're going to go in with this colour in, because again we're going to layer up bits and pieces on top of here. So we can just go in. And again, if you wanted to add like those rusty elements or those dirt elements, you could do using the technique that we use on your rhino. Completely up to you. And then I'm just going to go in and darken up some of these edges with this darker shade. And then I have gone in with, I want to say it is my Y26, my mustard colour, and I've just used that again around the outside edges here. Not to necessarily create like a dirty look, but just like an old safari truck where it would have like little bits where it was a bit darker, and add definition of course as well. And again, just like with your stamps, there's detail in the dies that you get, like these little lines. You can just go in inside those areas with your pens and create that sort of like darker feel. So they are really easy to sort of colour in this way. And then again, just go in with that lighter shade just to blend all of these colours together.
It's nice to sort of colour in your dies as well, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
just die cutting them from your white cardstock and then
you could have die
colouring them
cutted
in.
it from like your Matastic
Yeah.
or your colour blocks, and you could create like different tones and shades. But sometimes I really like to colour them in because it gives you a bit more freedom of like the different like layers that you can create. So I'm going to stick these together now. Now I'm going to use a mixture of different foam pads, but most likely like my little round ones, because there's lots of spots in here where these are going to fit. You could also go in with your strip foam pads as well on some of those larger areas. We will get those out in a minute.
We've asked the question in the comments, what cute and cuddly sets would you like to see next?
Oh, nice.
And we've got them in the next part of the show, what we've already done.
Yes.
So it'd be nice for people to see those and
That's
then
very
think what else
exciting.
they would like.
What would you like if you could choose some?
So I'm going to have a sneak look at all of the ones that we've done.
I was thinking about this the other day, actually, about what we could do. Under the Sea would be so cute.
Because there's so many brilliant sort of card designs you can do with.
Under the Sea
Under
would be
the Sea's
awesome.
a good one. Dinosaurs we need as well,
Dinosaurs
don't we?
we definitely need.
I'm looking forward to seeing what people put in the comments.
Halloween one would be good, you're right.
Yeah.
So let's pop these on so you can see that I'm like going in and building up all of these different layers. So I've gone in with my wheels. You could colour every single part in, but because we've like layered them up anyway, I have just left like certain areas white just because I found it a bit more easier. You can also add cardstock behind here to colour in this little bit as well that does cut out. Completely up to you again. Let me just stick this on and then I'm actually going to go in. I've doubled up my foam pads on this one so that this bar stands higher than my wheels here. I just have so much fun making cards and like thinking of different designs that I can do with collections like this. I think that's what really makes them stand out for me, is just how fun that they can be. So they need to go that way, I think, yeah. And then this way again, so we've got that nice sort of brown look to that. And then this is going to sit on the front here. So what you want to do is add in your tape or your glue. I'm going to go in with red liner tape because of how I want this to sit. I don't want it to fall off. I'm going to do red liner tape and then I'm going to also add a little bit of construction glue over the top because of how much because of how wet this is and the way that my card's going to stand up as well. You could add a little bit of acetate to keep the truck in place if you wanted to, like a little panel from the back of your card. Do I have construction glue?
Eliane says the Jeep needs googly eyes.
Oh, that would be cute.
That would be a cute idea, wouldn't it?
Let's see if this construction glue works. I don't think it will. Oh, it's coming out just very slowly. That's what we want. Oh, let's add that.
Oh, Isabel had a good idea as well. Family pets.
That's a cute one. Cats and dogs.
Yeah, maybe like guinea pigs or
yes.
Hamsters, rabbits, yeah.
Oh, Jen's got so much work to do.
I know.
So let's add that to the front of my panel. Now the size of my car did indicate what size I was making this card to be because I wanted it to sort of stand up. I've got these other panels of grass which come from the set with the giraffe in. So they are going to go on those little side panels that we've got, just to bring in those stamps again. Again, you might want to add a little bit of construction glue here because they might fall off. You've also got like the bird stamp which you could stamp into here. I want to have you have I heard it's your birthday, I think. That's going to fit best in there, isn't it? Or should we do that? You have a special spot in my heart. Which one? Should we put our animals in and we'll decide?
Are you stamping it onto?
No, I don't think I'm going to stamp it straight on.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the nerve. So I'm going to use this set. I've already coloured in my giraffe. We're going to colour in the zebra together. So for this one, you want to have your warm grey one. I'm losing my voice. Warm grey one. We're also going to go in with W3, W9 and also the 10 for this one. And we'll also bring in that R20 because that works really nicely in the ears. So I'm going to start off with going around the whole of the outside of my image, not with that pen, with our warm grey one. So this is going to give you a bit more of a warmer shade. So it just works a little bit with anything that you're going to keep white or not necessarily have as much colour on. But we will try and speed this up so we're not.
Oh, Claire's is a good idea. Christmas characters, like Santa, elf, reindeer, sort of as cute and cuddly.
And then let's go in with C1, and I will just blend over that colour and into the white. So do this step first, because of course your stripes are quite close to the edge, and you want to be able to colour straight onto them ones as well. So just blend that out into those ears, and then we're going to start off with our lightest colour. Using your bullet tip, we're going to go in on those stripes. I'm going to colour in all of his hair. I'm also going to colour in the whole of his face here. So let's finish that, and then all in with the stripes. This is probably one of my favourite ones to colour actually. I really like the effect of this when it's finished. I'm going to go in with his hoofs as well in that same colour, and then onto here. The stamps are just probably so fun to colour in as well. So if you do have your alcohol markers, they're a great set to get to try all of the techniques out from the handbook too. Going to go in with that darker colour now, and just laying that over the top here. This might actually be my darkest shade. I don't think I need to go any darker. Just going to go in.
Isabel's got a good idea. Is our circus characters.
Ooh,
it's like
that's
a clown,
cute.
seals, ringmaster. It's a good one.
That would be very cute actually, a little circus. So when you go further down, you can just add sort of like dots into that grey area. You can go over on the feet as well. Depending on sort of like where you're wanting your light to come from in your designs, then you can use those techniques from the handbook where like you've got the direction of colour, so you can maybe have elements that are a little bit darker. Oh, I just love this. So cute. And then I'll just do a little edge over here. I don't think I'm going to use the darkest one. It'd be too dark then. Just blend that first bit out, creating a little bit of a darker shade around the whole of his mouth there. And then if you want to, you can just go back over. You don't necessarily need to do it on all of them, but on the biggest stripes it definitely helps. Just go back over and like blend those two shades together. It's just going to give you a really clean finish. On the legs and things like that, it's not necessarily essential, but doing it on the hoofs just to get that colour to blend out a bit better is going to be really helpful. So let's just go in with our R20, and I'm just going to do a little flick in the inside of the ear just to bring that colour in, and then you can also just go in on that bit there as well. So we'll pop these guys in our truck. I think I might do it so that my elephant is kind of like hanging out the car like this. What you can do as well is you can trim off anything that you can see underneath if you want to. And then I'm going to pop this one in so that my this guy is like driving my truck, but he doesn't look as big. So let's trim. If I pop a little bit of red tape in the inside just across here. I should have really done this before I stuck my truck in, but hey ho, again, every day is a learning day. And if you're doing it like this as well, it would mean that you wouldn't necessarily need to, if you're going to cut your characters up, you wouldn't necessarily need to colour the whole bit in. You could just keep it like so. So let's just have him in there. I think, do I want to put him on foam pads or do we leave him? I can't decide. I also kind of want to put a little panel in the back now as well. Let's pop him there. Don't think, maybe I'd need it to be 4x4. This is the thing with making cards like this too. You just always want to like add bits, take them away.
Yeah.
It is the worst thing about making stamp cards because you're like the designer. It's like, when do you stop? When do you need to stop? Jess will normally tell me.
You can do quite clean and simple with them, can't you? Like we saw some of the cards, but then you can go all out as well.
I think I might trim it down a little bit more.
Put behind the bottom part of the card.
Yeah. Just so that you can't see their legs. You could trim them, but I don't think I want to. If I could stick that in and then cut it down, I'm going to use some purple glue.
Did you colour lights in, did you say?
Yeah, you can do, yeah. So you can go in the background. You can use a pencil to like mark where that's going to be. I'm just going to go in like that, and then when I've got that bit ready, once that bit's where I want it to go. Oh, his leg's sticking out. Then I can just go and add another little bit in the bottom here. And this is really crafting on the go because I wasn't planning to stick that bit in there, but
that often happens though, doesn't it, with card making, once you start.
So now let's go in with a really bright yellow, shall we? And we can just colour in our lights on here. So they're all coloured in. And then that grill as well, you could go in with a grey. But I think we're going to do the lights, add a sentiment and leave it there because I literally could be here all day. With these stamps.
I'm sure people would be happy to watch.
So which one should we go with? I heard it's your birthday, or you have a special spot in my heart. Birthday? Probably do it on this panel actually. Save myself some. And I normally like to use VersaFine. Let's see if we've got one in here. I don't think we do. We'll use the Memento. It's fine. So I heard it's your birthday. I'm going to add that on. Perfect. And this is such a bright card. In contrast to the card I made in the first demo, like with quite a lot of white space, we have gone all out with this card and sort of like added all those panels in. What I love about it as well is that it folds flat and it would fit in a 6x6 envelope. So I have thought about that when I've been going crazy with this, what to do here. I have thought about that one. So I heard it's your birthday. We'll stick it on there and we'll go in with 4mm foam pads to add that on. Should just squeeze onto there as well. And we can just add that underneath our truck. Oops. And then, there you go, your little 3D animals in a truck.
Absolutely love it. And to think, like you said,
so
it still
cute.
fits
And
into a
it folds
6x6
flat,
as well.
Fits into a 6x6.
But the dimension you've got,
it's absolutely adorable, isn't it?
and those characters as well, isn't it?
These stamps are awesome.
You could just see how much fun
we
we're
might
having.
have to do a giveaway with these cards.
Oh, that would be nice.
Should we do a giveaway?
Yes, that would be nice. Yeah. And we've still got another demo to go.
We do.
How exciting.
I know.
Before we do that, let's have a quick look at our Win It Weekly reminder. You are in with a chance to win our Pocket Pads Ultimate Collection 13. You are getting to get all 5 of these. So you've got your Unicorn Kingdom, you've got your pretty pansies, you've got the vroomies, your sunset moments, and then also your happily ever after. 4 lucky winners worth £24.95. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. How much sleep does a giraffe need each day? Is it A, 4 hours, B, 8 hours, or C, 10 hours? Lots of comments already. Make sure you get those in and we will announce the lucky winners tomorrow. This is not our first Cute and Cuddly stamp collection. We have done some previous ones, so we're just going to run through those now, and then it might help people to think of other stamp sets that we might need. So each of these £9.99, but you have got them on that 3 for 2. You can mix and match them even with these safari ones. So first of all, you've got your exotic birds. Same concept, those gorgeous lovable characters, and then your sentiments. And then if we turn that one around, you will see there you've got the parrots, the flamingo. So that one is your exotic birds. Next up, we've got your sloths and lemurs. Look at those. Relax, you deserve it, and let's hang out sometime. And that's a really large stamp, isn't it? That
it's huge.
One in the centre as well. And then you've got that sleepy one as well. Next up, we've got your lizards and frog. Leaping lizard, you're how old? And I love this one, you're one in a chameleon.
It's a good one, that.
Really good. And then you've even got sort of would you call them footprints?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're made by feet, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not human ones, but...
Those characters in there. And there's the one with the flowers as well. Next up, you've got sending hedgehogs. You've got the tree stump on there as well, holding the cake, the balloon and the flowers. You brighten my day. Then we've got your fantastic foxes. Time to rest and relax. You've got the 2 together. Got the butterfly in there. We've got Owl my love. Thanks for all you do. Sending you all my love and hope your day is a hoot.
That's a good one as well.
3 sentiments on that one there. Then you've got your lovely lambs and pigs with that wheelbarrow, so you could see how you can create a scene with them.
They were from the farmyard, weren't they, those ones?
Yeah. We've got your happy horse and goats. Clip clop hooray to a special kid. You're the goat, which means greatest of all time. And all of those different florals there. And then lastly, you've got your cheery cow and your chickens with that chicken coop as well. Look at all those on there. You're still a spring chicken. £9.99 each, or they're all 3 for 2. So make sure you check out the website for those. But let's go back to the stamps that we are launching today. It is your Cute and Cuddly Safari. So first of all, you've got your gentle giants. You can see that was where Natalie used that one in that first demonstration. We've then got your spots and stripes with that giraffe and zebra, and then with the birds and the clouds within there. And then lastly, we have got your big cats. 3 sentiments on there as well. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? And look, we've got a whole other box of samples.
I know, there's so many.
So we'll just run through these really quickly. So this one is using that Radiant Sentiments we've got to a party animal. It's your day, go wild. Love that one, like a group photo.
That's
Another
cool
gorgeous
as well.
one by Natalia. I love those birds in the background.
They
Stamped
are cool,
on that
aren't
in
they?
that black
I
ink
love
as
that.
well. Another one there using the mask as well. You've got a smaller card made using that truck. There's just so many to go through, isn't there?
Look at the backgrounds people have been creating with all those elements.
But because you get them all, don't you?
I know,
It's
they're honestly so
it's so
good.
easy
It's
to
so worth
create
it.
fabulous cards with them,
That's
isn't
so
it?
cute. I love the background.
Yeah, And I love the way they've done this part as well, isn't it? So that you're not covering up all of this. You can see much larger 8x8 cards there.
Really nice use
It's a clever
of that
way
mask.
of using the mask,
it's
isn't
really
it?
clever.
And then you've got some with that mask as well.
Love that one with the elephants on. So cute.
You've got your truck done in the nice purples there. This is another good one, but at least look at this one.
This is so cute.
So all in those sort of photo frames. Lovely for a baby card to a little prince.
Think about your animal embossing folders as well. They're another awesome thing to have with these
look at
stamps.
that one. Amazing colouring by Lisa on that one.
This is very cool too. Love that.
So clever,
It's
isn't it?
awesome.
And again, using that mask, because you can just use it time and again.
You can.
You can create lots of backgrounds. This one being done as a shake card.
So cute.
Behind those animals. And then lastly.
Absolutely adorable.
Just amazing samples, isn't it?
They are
phenomenal.
They are incredible.
Final demo time.
I'm so excited for this one. So we're going to try, we're going to mix and match previous stamps with these new stamps. So
nice.
I am building a scene here with my animals. I've already started, so don't worry. We're not going to be here all day. Just a little bit
Just
longer.
a large part of it.
So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add my hippopotamus to this side. Now every time, I might need my bigger block for this. Every time I'm adding an animal, obviously on this side, this is going to be my last one, but I'm using the masks that I've created with my A4 masking sheet. They are available on the website. They're so handy to use. They come in an A4 size. You just stamp away with them, and then you can lift off those designs. So we're just going to build this up now. So I've got my hippopotamus on, and then I'm going to use the lemur from one of our tropical stamp sets. This one's also got the sloth on it. So let's grab him. I can put that on this block. So just make sure you've got a good coverage of ink on there. You don't want it to be too full. And then he is going to go next to our lion. So we can stamp him on, mask him up with our little mask, and they're super good for just like sticking down and then popping back on as well onto those sheets, so you can reuse these time and time again. And then our last animal for this sort of like lineup is going to be the elephant. We can't miss the elephant out of this one. So I've tried to use stamps I haven't already used in my demos, so you can kind of like see all of the designs. I think the only one that you won't have seen is going to be the tiger, actually, from the new set. We just can't fit him on. And then I'm going to pop this little guy here. I'm just trying to get his eye in the actual card, so we can lift that off. Then, being able to use your masking sheet in this way creates some really cool effects. So if I take this off here, now you could, if you wanted to, just colour this in straight away. I'll take my zebra off and he can go back on there. So you can use these time and time again, and they will get messy because you'll have stamped over them, but they are super, super fun. I'm going to pop that on there, and then our lion will reveal our design. So I could colour this in straight away onto here, but I want to create a really fun background. And I'm going to bring in some more of those characters. So I have already cut this out, and I have started colouring it in this morning. But I've left the lemur and the elephant to do with you guys. So we're going to go in. I need to move this brew out of the way, but I need to bring my colours closer. It'll help me see them. So for my lemur, I'm going to go in with like warm grey 5 probably. It's got that sort of more bluey tone to it. And then let's go in with warm grey 7 as well. I might start off. Where's that one gone? I've moved some of these around recently. And then for my elephant, I'm going to go in with those lighter shades. So I want warm 3, which is definitely moved, and warm 1 as well. So they're kind of the same colours, so we want to be able to differentiate them. But we do have lots of different tones of colours. That's what makes these stamps so great. So I'm just going to go in with this bit here. When my sister got married at the zoo, which is going to sound weird to anyone who has never watched our show before, but this summer my sister and her husband got married at the zoo, Chester Zoo. It was the funnest day ever. And after the ceremony, we got taken out of the wedding venue, which is just so cool, right in the heart of the zoo. And we got to go on like a personal tour with some of the like the rangers that work at the zoo, and they took us round, and we had literally like the best time. But they took us into like the lemur enclosure. And the lemur enclosure at Chester Zoo, if you've not been, is like open. So you can literally like walk, and these lemurs are just like trotting around, just sat there by themselves, having the best time. And they get so close to you. Like we were literally like just stood looking at these lemurs the whole time. It was incredible. And like Lennon, my like middle nephew, he was like terrified at the thought that they were going to come close. I was like, we're going to be okay, we're going to be okay. And then we came out and he was like, that was so cool. And we did the tour separately. So we did it with the boys, and then my sister and Cal were having photos at the time with their photographer. They did like a different tour of a different area. And then when we got back to find them, he was like, Mummy, a monkey, it was so close.
Oh.
They were so excited. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to add a few strokes onto his chest because, of course, they are a little bit furry, our lemurs. So we can go in. I'm going to then go back in with my darkest, my middle shade, I think.
Have you ever been to the monkey forest?
No, where's that?
Is it Stokeway? And that is, you just walk round and they're just...
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
It's so cool just to like...
They're just like running across the path in front of you, don't they? Oh,
just,
did you?
They're just having the best time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in with that R2 again, just in their ears, just to give it that like flick of colour. Do it really lightly. And then we're going to switch over to our giraffe, which is going to use our lighter shades. I'm going to keep that R20 in as well. R20 is probably my favourite colour for adding like tones to it. Do you know what? I've forgotten his tail. Let me just do his tail.
I love how all of these, though, they either use sort of the grey tones, don't they?
Yeah.
Or you've got the yellow tones, haven't you? And
but they're all so different. Like there's so many different shades within these this pen set, where you get like 100 and
but all going to work well together.
They're all going to work so well together. They all like mix beautifully. I'm just going to go in with this darker colour on the white bits. I'm going to keep it quite white. We're just going to add that shading around it, and then let's go on to our our elephant. So we're going in with that lightest colour first. This elephant, your lion, were featured in your new handbook as well. So if you've got that, you'll be able to find those characters. I think they're also on our colour. No, they're not on the colouring guide, are they? But you'll be able to find them within your pages, and then you're going to be able to have so much fun colouring these in. So I'm just going to go around here like so, and then I'm going to go in with our warm 1, which is like a, it's like a, I want to say it's like a brown grey, but it really works for like your elephants. So just going around, adding the definition that we've got in with this stamp. I love going around the ears as well, just to bring that in a little bit more. And then in this part here, we'll go around that bit and then onto the top of our elephant here. Just gonna go around there, and then I'm gonna go back in to blend that out. You can go really dark with your elephants if you want to. You can of course do different coloured elephants like we've seen with the team samples as well.
Yeah, like the blue and the pink, isn't it? Yeah.
I love those ones. I'm going to do a little bit of a darker colour on the feet, and then I might just add a little bit around here. So let's go in with CG2, and then we can just go in. And sometimes you don't want to blend the colours, so you just want to have that nice sort of just thin edge of that colour coming through onto your stamps. So just up here, blending that out, and then I'm going to go back around here as well. Oh, I've had so much fun with these stamps. Just do the bottom of his foot in that, and then I'll do his little feet in this as well. And they all look so different. Like all of these characters together come so nicely. And then let's go in with this on his ears as well.
They're just a nice size as well, aren't they? Because they're not too overwhelming to colour, but then they're large enough that you'd be able to, you know, have a practice and do your highlighting.
With that T26, and then we're going to finish it off with T29 and just go over the whole thing and then lightly out to the edge there. So my characters are done. Just realised that his tail isn't finished. So let me just go in with black on his tail, add a little bit more to the top of his head, and then let's build a background. Now I said I was mixing and matching things from old collections. So for this background, we are going to do a DL card. I'm going to keep it quite simple, but I'm going to use this tropical mask from our Tropical Designs. Now I'm going to get out my sea green and my holly green, and they're going to be my backgrounds. I've also got some other stamps to add in with this one. I've got my parrot from my Tropical collection, and then I've also gone in with the cheetah, which we're going to have lying across our cards. So sea green first of all for this. We are nearing the end.
Robin says, can we have a close-up when you finish the colouring of the cards? Fiona says, I'm right up at the telly to have a look at it.
I know, we did have the close-up cam sorted, but the cameras have been really funny this week. I'm not sure if you've noticed.
I feel like they've...
when you've been watching the shows.
They have this week, haven't they?
They haven't been playing. So I will share. I'll hold it up a little bit more. So I'm just going to use this background in this way. So this is a good one because you actually colour in the leaves. So you can add lots of layers to this. So I'm going in a little bit darker around those edges. And then what's great about this one as well is that we can move it around to create definition. So I just pull that up and then go in again. Just layer in this up with our holly green. So this is like our really dark Christmas green. And then you can just go in and go over the outside edges again. And just lightly, I'm going quite dark on the edges, but then lightening that up. And then you create this like mix of texture. It gives you that really fun feel. Like that tropical safari look. So now we've got a layered up background that looks like this. I am going to stamp my sentiment first before I stick anything on. And I think I'm going to go in with...
You're sport for choice now.
I know, there's so many. I like the Let's Hang Out sometimes.
I was thinking that one. I like the...
This can go up, it's going to go up here anyway. This then I can place over here, and then my animals for the rest of them are going to go here. So it is going to fit really nicely up there. So let's grab that one. That one's from our tropical, the sloth and the lemur. This is where it'll all go wrong, and my stamp won't stamp.
It will.
Sentiment-wise, I would always stand with VersaFine if I have it. I do have it. It's just over there, and I can't be bothered to get it out.
Oh, you should have said I would have got it out.
So let's just pop this up here. That's going to sit really nicely on there, and then we'll grab our animals. Let's stick this onto our card blank first as well, so that it's on the DL. So I've gone for a DL 10th fold, so it's just going to give you the opening on that bit. That is going to go on foam pads or not foam pads? Foam pads. That was an easy question.
Yeah.
I knew the answer to it. I just didn't know whether I wanted to do another layer of foam pads,
Yes.
but it's fine. It'll definitely be worth it. So let's pop that on there. And you can be so creative with these cards, and like I said, they're going to uplift anyone receiving a card that has been made with one of these super cute and cuddly animals on here. So, oh, look at that. It's adorable. So let's just go around. I'm going to use those like thick strips because they will fit mostly the whole way around here. And then I can also just go in a little bit more. I think I need to trim that there onto these feet, just so we don't have anything falling off or coming away. We'll just add a bit more tape around there, especially if we're going to do a little giveaway with these cards. Might do it over on my... Might just do it on my Facebook.
Oh.
Natalie Hunky Dory. We'll do a little giveaway of these cards.
So make sure, if you're not already Natalie Hunky Dory,
Yep.
on Facebook, make sure you like the page, and then you put these on there.
So I'm just going to line that hippo up to this bit here. The elephant's foot does go over the edge again, but that's not an issue. And then we'll put our parrot on there. You could add your parrot on acetate if you wanted to, so it was like flying a little bit higher. He's just going to go up there like that. And then our cheetah is going to go on here. So let me grab...
Michelle says it's a leopard. Apparently cheetahs can't climb trees.
Oh, well, Stacey told me it was a cheetah when I asked her what colour it was before, so...
There we go.
They didn't do their homework, did they, when they were making these samples?
It's cute and cuddly, that's all we need to know.
So that can just go on there. I am going to just take my scissors really quickly and just cut off that design so it sits under there, like so. I'll do the same again on here. I'm not too bothered about the elephant's foot, but because our log does stop somewhere, let's do that. And then that can go on here. I'll lift his wings up as well, so he's like flying a little bit. And then, which way are we going to do it? Should we do it on here so you can see the colouring?
Yeah.
There you go. So cute.
That is incredible.
I absolutely love this one. They are my favourite when they've got like all the animals on together.
Yes.
It takes some time, especially with all your mats and like you layering up your masks and stuff, but they are just the cutest.
Definitely, and it is worth it, isn't it, to get
so
that,
worth it.
to get, and the different card sizes and shapes that you've made as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've absolutely loved it.
It's been so much fun.
I bet everyone watching has as well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So don't forget, if you haven't already, go onto Facebook and follow Natalie Hunky Dory on there, and she will put the cards on there. Talking of Facebook, just want to say a massive thank you. I've reached 1,000 followers.
Woohoo!
So I will be giving this away, and I will announce the winner.
And personalise. You're going to personalise it as well.
I am going to personalise it. I'll announce the winner this afternoon. I'll put that on my Facebook page as well. So make sure you follow all of us on there, because we'll share sort of We took a photo backstage.
Yeah,
like, before
there's
we came
always
on air and things.
hints,
So
hints of what's coming
make
up
sure
as well.
you do that. Next up on Hobby Maker, Craig is there this afternoon. He's there at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. with brand new little books. 3 new little books to
Very
add
good
to your
little
collection.
books.
Really good. He has also shared a few sneak peeks.
He has.
On socials as well. And then he's there again at 5 p.m. with our signed, sealed, delivered. I love that collection with those envelope papers. So make sure you check those shows out, 3, 5 and 8 at Hobby Maker today. Next up here on Hunky Dory TV, who is it tomorrow now? Is it you?
Me and Anne-Marie.
Natalie and Anne-Marie will be here showing you the launch of those new little books. So that is exciting. We hope you enjoyed the show today. Enjoy the rest of your day and we will see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m.